Hi Soul family, it's Jerry. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about weakness. It's something that has been coming up these past couple of days. I know that if you're listening to this, you definitely need to hear this message if you clicked on this video. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about weakness and why this subject is not talked about, why it's not explored amongst ourselves. A lot of people, they just end up doing what they're kind of good at, what seems to be the norm, what they found themselves to be comfortable with in life. And what I've been finding lately in my life is that wherever you feel scared, wherever you feel weak, you have to ask yourself, why do I feel weak? Why do I feel uncomfortable in this situation if it's not harming your life? And I know for a lot of people, talking in public is definitely a weakness that a lot of people share, but they don't really explore it. Why do I have this feeling of uncomfort? I feel like I'm less inferior compared to other people when I'm speaking. Whatever it may be, I think it's really valid to just start exploring, why do I feel this way? And so I wanted to give you guys just like a quick backstory, my quick backstory of how I found, through my weaknesses, I have found a lot of strength. I have actually found that I am a multi-dimensional person. I'm a lot more stronger after I've delved into the deep end, after I've delved into the mystery and the darkness. And I encourage you guys to do the same, is to ask yourself these questions and to also take the deep dives to plunge into the darkness and figure out why, and actually take action steps into doing the things that actually scare you. Okay, so my story is basically that I was a teacher. I still am a teacher, but I was a high school teacher, and I had this recollection or this epiphany in senior year of high school. I should go out and become a teacher because I noticed a lot of the teachers were not that passionate. They weren't exactly what I would want to see in society as role model teachers. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna become one. I really love English. I really love that you can use English to speak your truth and use your voice. And we all need to learn how to speak our truths and write. So I became a teacher, and a lot of these teaching programs, you don't really need to teach a class until maybe your last 2 or 3, or your last year or your last 2 years. And it came to the moment where I had to start teaching. I had to start talking in front of students. But I also was an anxious person. I also was super depressed. And it's like that moment where I realized I have to go up and I have to portray myself. I have to teach a class, lead students. I was like, oh shit, what did I just get myself into? And honestly, it was not good. It was kind of a shit show because the students can kind of feel where you were at, and they kind of know that you're not confident, you're anxious, and what you're saying doesn't make sense. But I had the courage every single day to wake up, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this because something in my heart told me I need to keep doing this. I need to become a better speaker. I need to become a better teacher no matter what. And I also think the students could feel that. They could feel that I loved them, I cared about them, and I was working on myself every single day. And maybe for the first 2 or 3 years, I probably wasn't the best teacher. I was still anxious and depressed until it came to the point where I did become better. I actually was good, and I actually enjoyed speaking like I'm doing right now. And a lot of other things in my life have popped up where I had to show up. I had to show who I was. I had to be confident, and I had to basically have the strength and not care what anybody else had to say about who I am, what I'm doing, and basically how I'm portrayed to other people. And honestly, I've learned a lot more after becoming a teacher. I've had to basically learn how to facilitate energy, people, be a leader. And I realized that it's really worth working on yourself. You need to realize that your anxiety is not you. So you need to take steps into figuring out, why do I feel anxious? How can I alleviate this anxiousness that is not me? And I really didn't have the tools during that time. The only thing I really had was music. I didn't know about meditation. I didn't know how to silence my mind. And this upcoming year, I've also had the same feeling again. Of course, I have a lot more tools. I'm a lot better at managing my energies. I'm a lot more confident. I'm a more positive person. So I'm in the deep end, but I can actually surf the waves. I can actually surf the waves and all the obstacles that life has given me. So the obstacle that I've been going through, again, is me. It's kind of similar, where I am trying to make sure that I'm not saying I'm an inferior person. I'm trying to speak my truth, and I'm not going to be discouraged if I don't see the results in the 3D world right away, because I think as humans, we just want to see results immediately, and we've been programmed in the system to always want to see 100%, always want to see perfection that doesn't exist. And so I've been battling with that, but I have been very patient. I've been very patient with myself. And if I have to be in the deep end with the sharks, I have to do things that are uncomfortable, I will continue doing it, because I know the rewards are a lot better than just staying mediocre. I know the rewards are going to be a lot better. And last thing I wanted to say is, how do you realize what you should do and what is totally against your whole heart and your whole being? Because I'm not telling you guys to just do a bunch of activities or do a bunch of stuff that scares you. But what is the thing that your heart has been telling you to do that you just have not done? Maybe it's you need to leave that job. Maybe it is you need to leave that person. Maybe you need to have a whole new lifestyle. You need to move to a different country, or you need to learn a different language and get away from the people that are not helping you grow. Ask your heart, and your heart will tell you, you need to do this thing that scares you. And honestly, guys, the rewards are beyond belief. It is unimaginable. That's why I really wanted to send out this message into the universe, and this is why you're listening to me, is because you need to change something. And that doesn't mean that you leave everything right away. It's a step-by-step process. The first thing, honestly, is changing your perspective and having a new kind of mindset every single day, and having new sort of thoughts, because when you change your thoughts, you become a new person. and the universe just transmits you, sends you right away to your new environment when you have new types of thoughts and you're not having anxious, depressed, or negative thoughts. And yeah, guys, speaking to your heart is what our society really needs. Listening to what our heart tells us, not what religion, culture, or parents have told us. And yeah, it might be hard for you at first if you've never done it, if you've never tried anything outside of your current belief system. You've never imagined yourself as a rock star. You never imagined yourself as a public speaker. You never imagined yourself as an artist. Whatever you want to do, whatever your heart is calling you to do, you should do it. And guys, you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the whole planet. When people start to live their purpose, when people start living fearlessly, you are no longer controlled by the system. You're no longer controlled by constructs from your past, maybe your past lives, your ancestors, including your parents who might have told you things and you kind of forgot about them. All of this bad programming that just needs to go away. So I'm gonna emphasize it nice and big. You should do the things that scare you, and you'll be surprised at how powerful of a person you are, how powerful of a being you are. And you realize that you are the creator of your life no matter what happens, even if obstacles come, even if it seems like you're in the darkness for a very long time, and you won't be fazed by it anymore. You will feel lighter even in the darkness, even if a lot of problems occur. And I think the problems and the obstacles only happen for the strong people. Whoever told you that you should be avoiding problems is a person that just wants you to die early. If you are a person that are facing lots of problems and you continue to be strong, you continue to be positive, you continue to see the light and appreciate, you are definitely a light worker, a person that is beyond, I would say, the majority of humanity who are stuck in a victim mindset, who are stuck thinking that this is all that there is this 3D reality. So appreciate the obstacles, appreciate if you're in the darkness. It's time for you to learn your lessons and for you to go through this journey. And if you can see the light in any situation, I definitely know you are a light worker, you are an earth angel, and just continue to vibrate high and try to be your best self. And yeah, guys, I don't want this to be super long, but I wanted to tell you guys, do the things that scare you, please. We need more people living in their purpose, living through their heart space, vibrating high through their heart, because that is where the soul lives. And society has been telling us to just do left brain thinking and logic and robotic whatever stuff. But we're not those types of people. We're not going to do a 9 to 5, and we're not going to be the type of people that live in poverty, because poverty is a mindset and being broke is temporary. And if you're in the darkness, it's just temporary. And when you get to the light, when you feel like you are definitely living your dream life, you'll realize, wow, I totally did that. I totally crushed that. I totally surfed the waves, and I was victorious because I believed in myself, even when nobody else believed in me. So yeah, guys, that is what I wanted to talk about today. I hope this encourages you, inspires you to take the first steps, whether it's breathing deeply every moment, breathing deeply when you can, consciously meditating, not looking at terrible content, whatever it may be, for you to start living your dream life and for you to take on your fears and to start living in your heart space. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.